from UGAsports.com, presented by ASW Distillery, Coney Gold, and Breda Pest Management, looking at the defensive struggles that Georgia had against UMass. Obviously, it was one where you can tell that the effort was, let's just say, not strong from the Georgia defense, and it didn't really get strong until you got later into the game, and you got actually guys, the twos and the threes into the game. So a lot of it, when you look back at it, just sort of tackling issues, and it's just trying to make a play or eye discipline issues. So I think you're going to see, and when I talked about on the event earlier this week, this is a sort of do your job week because of the eye candy that Georgia Tech's running game is going to present, because there are certain things in this game that Georgia Tech will do on Friday night. So let's take a look at it. I think we got like 20-something plays or so that I want to look at. But the first one, got into third down quickly, couple stops. So it's 3rd and 5, and you've got your pass rush group in. Chris Cole here is the extra LB. You've got both Damon Wilson and Jalen Walker on the edge. Like, hey, they're gonna pass the football. Well, guess what they're gonna do? No, they're gonna run sort of normal zone with the pull in the lead play, and you're gonna have not one, not two, but 3, and maybe even a 4th who let this play out the gate. So let's sort of go back and look from the who. But one, it's harder to see in the other angle. So I want to spotlight Mr. Everett up here at the corner. This is very similar. I mean, not the same formation, but at least a similar action to what you saw in the Auburn game with Peyton Thorne's long run. But Everett he's still looking inside. Didn't realize until very late that the ball is outside. So, all right, that struggle bus. But let's look at it from the tight view and see how it looks here and where the sort of lack of eye discipline was. So you're running they think they're going to throw the ball, but now you've only got one guy here, and this is one where you put the young freshman Chris Cole in a conflict situation where he's ideally scraping over the top, and Jalen Walker is taking the back, but he gets caught up in the trash, gets caught up looking here. The one that's, to me, is I don't really – I understand maybe, but I don't necessarily understand is right here. Talk about the eye discipline issues there with 1-7. Dan Jackson thinks the running back has the ball. Boom, fully caught. And now no scrape linebacker, no safety. Corner's looking inside. What do you get? Big-time explosive run from the quarterback. Realizing too late where things are. All right, so dial back in. Okay, let's dial back in. We get a couple stops. You bring up 3rd down. I think let's go to 7, yeah. Bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 5-ish. So what do you think? Oh, we're going to throw the ball now. Well, we got a formation here on the line of scrimmage, here on the line of scrimmage. So this guy's covered up, can't go out for a pass. It's more of a running look unless you're trying to sneak. You got to run the ball. He goes, but you have to run the ball if you're going to do this because he's covered up. And they fake the toss and then run counter right into it, and first down. But what do you think? This is one where it's like, okay, we have a pass kind of, I think, call. They're going to throw the ball kind of call, because watch Christian Miller here in the interior in the middle. And I think, by the way, in terms of what actually mattered truly above all else in this game, it's his injury. That to me was the biggest thing in this game. But watch him at the snap, boom, he's looping around, and then all of a sudden, gaping hole, they get a first down. The other part I think you can see in this game, and the reason why you talk about maybe the dialed-in-ness effort part of it, is watch how high, and this is a theme, and some of it, by the way, is the fact that maybe they don't have the huge offensive linemen. Their guys aren't all 6'5" and 3 bills plus, but Brinson high, Christian Miller a couple times high. Like you see, it was one of the things you see very consistently throughout the game, especially along the interior of the defensive line, that Georgia's guys were just playing very high, not down low. All right, so you get 1st and 10. Okay, let's dial it back in a little bit again. Maybe get in play, and then all of a sudden, stop, nothing. Can make a play? No. All right, let's see why. So traditional 6 in the box look. The thing here, watch again. Look at these guys getting under the pads. Like, look at Brinson here. Like, this is his leg, by the way, right there, and that's him completely off balance, hanging out on one leg. And then the running back's patience. You're getting the tight end getting inside of Ingram Dawkins. Stackhouse tries to work. That guy keeps working. And then there you go. I think one of the things that when you look at where did I think Georgia would be better, and where have they maybe not been as good as I thought they'd be, it's at linebacker. Because I think in the past, knowing especially Stark sitting there, you'd see a Dumas Johnson, you'd see obviously a Nakobe right there, see the hole, and just right there, meet the back in the hole instead of reading, sitting, and then getting blocked. But, okay, so 5 on 1st down. Sets up 2nd and 5. All right, now bow up. Let's get a stop, force a field goal. Little late shift, try to get a stem, get a penalty. Nope. Little split zone action, and then all of a sudden, whoop, okay, he got through there very easy. Again, you're not going to sort of you got a 5-man front here. Is that, yeah, Ja'Cory Thomas kind of comes out and then goes with the receiver. Let's look at it from the other view just to see. Split zone action. By the way, this is very sort of normal stuff that you're going to see, especially this week. And look at the movement they get. Like Stackhouse, I think this is Stackhouse here on the nose. Boom, double. Moves him over 2 gaps. Now you're there. Now there's a little bit of a crease. The tight end gets your other guy coming back. Chaz doesn't even get blocked, has to stay, has to surf and hang for the quarterback. And then there's a little crease. And then look at you get late jump because of the split zone action from Raylan Wilson. Right here. And there's your crease, and the back does a good job of just getting north-south. And all of a sudden, he's on top of your safety. So this is the one right before the touchdown. And I'm pretty sure it's the same action. Again, just finding creases. You playing high, them playing a little bit lower than you. A little bit of want to. I think they're not necessarily there. You're on your stunt, working in, one working out. In the back, just patient. They move you. You're high, like Jordan Hall. Like this is. Gotta fix that again. Always happens. 10. If you watch the offensive video first, you saw how I had to deal with this stupid software sometimes. Let's get there. 10. So Jordan Hall here gets turned around, gets high. Finds a crease, almost gets in. Score on the next play. So there you go, 7-0, opening drive. right, so all right, we're gonna be more aggressive drive too, but they come out and empty, and then you are obviously at least okay. We're giving a man look here. We're dialed in here, giving that kind of man look because of your formation. We're over top of here. You're here, and here in terms of the man look. So you looks like you're in a two deep, or you're in a single high with the one sort of robber rat, however you want to term it. But you're in man. Rush 4, first down, so they straight drop back with no back in the backfield. And you leave a lane, and they take it. Easy yardage. This is one of the things that when you think about like gap integrity, you hear that consistently. But if you're gonna make those pass rush moves like Christian Miller did here, go freedom. If you go inside and get pushed inside, you create a gaping hole with the other going up the field, and obviously running threat at QB. And that's one of the things I think with Georgia Tech is like Aaron Philo is not a true running threat, but he's a go get 5, 10, 15 yards if it's there kind of threat. And there we go again. I forgot to add the daggone thing. Sorry. Got like 3 screens here, so got to get used to this running the show. Look at it again just to show you Georgia's in man across the board, and you get him taking the inside move too much, gets pushed inside. Now you got the gap. QB's out the gate. Easy yardage when you're in man across the board. Sets up 2nd and 5. This is another one we saw on the first play that Dan Jackson was dipping inside too much. History repeats itself. A little deja vu here. I mean, this is beyond stopped. Nowhere for the back to go. Everybody's, for the most part, stone cold here. Now, I will say formationally, because of how they do this, I wish oftentimes that they would at least be head up here, but it's not necessarily what they do. But, boom, nowhere to go for the back. 4 red jerseys right there. Why are we in here? And then, there he goes, out the backside. Speaking of backside, almost got some de-pantsing there. Oops. Stayed on, luckily. But explosive run. Got him stopped for nothing. 29. Okay, get him stopped again. It's 3rd down, I think. Yeah, 3rd and 3. What do we go to? Shift. Man. You don't show man, but then you drop Everett back as a single safety. Everybody else playing man. They run the mesh concept. Cross this way, cross that way, over the ball. Outside routes everywhere. And then if you don't keep the lane integrity as a pass rusher in that situation, and by the way, that's a 5-man pass rush. Easy first down, easy lane for the quarterback to read. And I think you're going to see more of that this week there. If you go inside, knowing this guy's outside, you go inside here. And by the way, this 5-man rush. Give the QB a lane. 31. Now, this is something I think you might see. Georgia Tech, they do some of this, but I wouldn't necessarily say they do a ton of this. But they might, because this is just so you get H here, motion across, and now you're in a 3-by-1 with the back offset to that side. So you're running a duo inside zone RPO look. And all the quarterback's doing is eyes right there. He extends like you see Ja'Cory do here. Throw throw in the void. Now, one of the things I think Daniel Harris does a solid job of breaking and on the ball, but here I'd like to know what he's looking at because his eyes are in the backfield. Right now, the quarterback's there. We're just kind of he's ready to throw the ball separated. We get there, but it's a little late break. But also, if you got eyes on the receiver too, like right there, boom, that guy's sitting down, right, even there soon. Drive on that, break that up. But no, quick, easy first down, RPO. So I think the quarter switches, ends. You get, getting into the second quarter, flip the field a little bit, couple stops. Then you set up 3rd and 5, or 3rd and long actually in this one. I think. And what do they run? They run the thing that Dane and I talked about consistently in the Texas film, where you've got an odd, so 3-man rush. You've got Jalen Walker as the mirror player, and then you're man everywhere else across the board on the back with 2 high safeties. So the QB has to hold the ball, and what do you get? You get Warren Brinson being a grown man right here. Like, just see you later, center. I own you. It's just fun to watch. Just straight shake him a little bit and then get your head down, bull rush, get yourself a sack, do a little dance. There you go. It's kind of popular right now for some reason. Don't know why. We'll not get into that. All right, let's see. 35. So next play. So you sack, nothing. They get nothing there. You can't speak highly enough about KJ Bolden, because one of the things that, to me, when you watch him play, so let me go back to the play. This is the strip from him, is, to me, you can just tell how smart of a football player he is. One, you don't play that soon in the secondary at Georgia as a true freshman without being smart. But two, just instincts on the field as much as anything. And in terms of disruption, Gabe Harris, 90-something PFF grade in the game, I think. Let's see. And this even after review, 91.7 PFF grade. Look at this disruption. Boom, inside move, get up the field, disrupt, strip the ball, recover. Good defense. These are the type of game-changing plays you need against these type of teams. Now, all right, you get the ball, you score, you come back, and bring a simulated pressure. And what I mean by that is it's 4, but this guy's coming here, and then Damon Wilson is dropping off in coverage. And this is one where it's hard. This is a hard ask when you're asking your 6'5", 245-ish pound edge guy to cover the receiver on the outside, because he has to. Here, stays with him. You run the blitz, and you don't get to the QB. You get some space, and then you look out here. It's just hard. You can't ask that guy to cover that long. His role. Right. Let me pause it. Right there. Look, he's out here trying to cover this guy in space. No, not good. He's not Nolan Smith or Trayvon Walker that we've seen do that in the past. That's one I'd kind of burn from the playbook if it were me. But, obviously that. One thing here, though, Stackhouse doesn't get necessarily outside, dips back inside. Now the QB has room to move the pocket. All right, so that one, it was a tough ask for Damon Wilson. This one is I'm not sure what it is. He trying to make a play? Not really sure exactly. Is it 54? Yeah. Yeah, I think he's trying to make a play, and by trying to make a play, you cause a bad play. So let's look at it again. Gabe Harris on the interior. They're just running sort of a zone, same side zone to the right. And with the QB going back that way, I think, he's not staring at the QB. He's not, doesn't have eyes on 10, on Wilson. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go in there and make the play. And then, boom, back makes the cut. Backer's a little late seeing it, not get to it, miss tackle. There you go. And that's one of the things, like I said, that's why I think the theme of the week in practice for them will very much be a do your job. 56. So when it gets 2nd and 12, same formation we saw earlier, really a defined sort of run formation. A lot of times when you see this and this, because this guy is ineligible, he's covered up, unlike Ryan Williams in the Bama game. But this is some option. So split zone action, but you're running the option off of it, kind of triple option action. And you play it great. Surf down, see it from Chaz, go back out on the QB. But where's my help? Back from the inside. I'm doing my job and keeping it from going outside. Corner's there. Backer's scraping. Safety's coming down. But everybody here is working that way. Like if you watch, I think it's Gabe Harris on the backside here, just puts his head down and says, all right, I'm going to go make the tackle on the, like watch him right here. Right here he's there. Sees that. I don't fault that in a way, but maybe make sure that the play is not coming back to you before you start taking off to try to make a tackle down there. And then the QB makes a play. Good hustle by Chaz getting to him. Boom, surf, go down, back, keep working, one hand, grab the shirt. All right, so we get the 4th down. And this is one where you had him. And little teammate almost running into each other, I think, kind of caused you to miss in a way. So bring pressure, play man. Boom. Man. Single high. Helping out here. The one, you got Munden helping there. That's one I'm kind of curious about versus looking at the QB. But Mike Hell on the interior just absolutely dominates 60 here. Cocan 60. No shot. Running back's not even looking at him. I mean, he's torched him. Going to get a sack. And then a little bit of move from the QB. And then runs into his own guy, Damon Wilson, who's coming from the outside in. And you don't get around quick enough there. Boom, you create a little space. Can't get off that. That's, maybe you say that's a bit of holding, but who knows? It's all that. All right, yeah, that's definitely that. But oh well. Gotta get off, gotta make the play, gotta get there when you can. But there you go. Let's see, 61. They get a 1st down, and they almost, and they should have on this play gotten a touchdown or close to it, because this is something to me that I think Georgia Tech will 100% do on Friday night. Is again, you see the formation here on the line of scrimmage, I think this guy's. Let's see, tight ends are the same size. Does he stay? Yeah, he blocks. So he just hangs for the jet to pull him here, and you get a full RPO action. And this is all he's doing is looking at this guy right here. Creates the void, throw it. Like if he throws this on his chest, that's a touchdown. But underthrows it. That you will get this Friday. Tackling was an issue, they missed 7 tackles, but it was more about the just sort of overall, I guess, effort within all of this. But looking at the play from the tight, split zone action from them, and you get Star Aguero sitting in here, takes let's look back at the snap, takes sort of a two hop in a way, boom, boom, right there. One extra hop out of the way, gets blocked. So replace, you're there, make the play, and you just don't. And now you get now they get a couple extra yards, set up an easier situation for them. Let's go to 65. You kind of stop them a little bit. And then you get the touchdown. And this is one where you create some confusion, spread them out, bring them in. You're lining up late. Everything's there. Everything's stuck. You almost tackle them there. And then they're out the gate. Well, how? Actually, this was a very intriguing move from the tight end. So everybody brings in. You're getting lined up late. Ingram Dawkins holds just a second in case the QB pulls, instead of just tackling the guy, instead of just going at him, I think. But watch, the thing to watch here, and it's Chaz and Dan Jackson. Watch what the tight end does to Chaz. So clear that. Right there. They're there. Okay, boom, blocked. I've got leverage. I'm staying outside where I'm supposed to be. And then all of a sudden, boom, chops down, almost like a pass rush move. Chops down on Chaz. Right here, just watch. Slowly, boom, chops his hands down. No balance now. Chaz is out of the play. And then also Dan Jackson. All sorts of red in here, bud. Hangs inside a little bit too long, and then beats the outside. Just little things. Little things the entirety of the game. All right, let's get to 89. The not-so-great play, 2nd and 10. Corner blitz off the edge. Gets just a feint too deep. The QB steps up and chucks it. And much like Mississippi State, like 2.0 basically, double move down here at the bottom, gets them, and then everybody just says, all right, you can catch it. No problem. You can score. No problem. You see how just missed there. Good step up from the QB. Throw. I don't know if it's, hey, I thought you were going to get it, but you didn't get it there. Or you thought you were out of bounds. Nope. All right, you tackle him. Nope. Yeah, that can't happen. And Tech is going to take some shots. Like you saw that even against NC State with Philo in the game at quarterback. They took some shots. All right, couple last plays, and then we'll be done. 122, big run. Same formation again. This guy's on the line of scrimmage. Run heavy formation. Counter. And just straight up the gut, midline. Let's look at it here. This one is a where are you going? Worked outside in instead of inside out. Boom. You get, by the way, so Ingram Dawkins is shoving against the guard here to try to create some confusion. Boom. And gets washed down himself. Chaz destroys the pulling tackle. I think it was tackle, not guard. Destroys that guy. But there's one extra blocker on the counter. And then 2 jumps outside. One little stop. This is something Tech a lot of times will do it more so from the pistol and run that, but they try to hit things in the midline like that, right at the gut. Possible there. And then the next play, this was the play before the strip sack from Mike Hill that brought the ball back to the 30. This is one where I thought Dane Wilson almost could have taken the handoff if he wanted to. But instead, he does his job and destroys the split flow that's coming at him. So this guy's going to come here, but he is screaming off the edge and could have attacked, like you often you attack the mesh point. He could have definitely attacked the mesh point here, because if you look at it, boom, right, like, but he's seeing this guy and just wants to crunch that guy, versus like he could have caused all kinds of havoc right there. Boom, great job being there by 6-24, but that could have gotten interesting. Next play was like I said, strip sack from Michael. That ball got pushed back all the way to like the 30-something yard line. They didn't score again. I think a lot of these issues now, if they creep up and you see it again on Friday, okay, well then maybe it's not necessarily just an effort thing, but I think the effort will be much greater, much more dialed in. You think about the length of the season and all the schedule that Georgia's played. This was the game to maybe take a breath, and as much as you don't want to, it kind of seemed that was very much the case. So let me know, hit me up in the comments on the vent or on the YouTube stuff to how I can get better at doing this. In my lonesome, it's not as much fun. I will say that. I like the back and forth much more so. But thanks again to our sponsors, Coney Gold, ASW Distillery, and Braided Pest Management. And we'll see you Sunday night for looking at the Tech game.